Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Steptod and Son.
Hello and welcome to Steptoe and Son, the podcast based at Mews Cottage, 26A, Aldrum Lane, Shepherd's Bush. This is the home of the world's most famous rag and bone men, or as Harold would say,
Salvage Recovery Operative.
My name's Darren.
And I'm his co-host Si, also known as Two of the Three Comedians podcast that we co-host along with the amazing Tom from One Foot in the Podcasts.
We hope you enjoy listening. Please check out the pod on Spotify, Insta, Twitter and all other platforms. I love the background, mate. What have you got there?
That's I think you can buy that sign on Amazon or eBay. It's like a.
Oh, okay, so Steps and Sons. That's a different one, that, isn't it? Like with the black background.
Yeah, looks quite. I think I found it when I was looking for possible things for our pod art. So I just sort of
Yeah.
had a little look around it. But
Yeah,
how have you been, mate? You been okay?
Good, yeah, not too bad. You've been a bit ill, haven't you? Did you get over that
Yeah,
yucky flu?
bit of the uppy flu, mate. But yeah, I've had quite a busy week. It was
Yeah.
It was a little bit like Steptoe in my classroom at school because a science teacher left a tap running upstairs and it come in Tuesday morning and my classroom was flooded. Like it was,
Gold.
the episode with the roof tiles.
Oh, yeah.
Leonard Rossiter, Nick the lead off
Oh,
the roof.
lead man cometh.
That's it. Your lead man coming. It was very much like that. It was raining inside my classroom. So
Okay.
yeah.
No one pinched the lead, did they?
No, well, you know what? We have actually had some lead pinched off our school roof about 10 years ago, and it
Oh, I
turned
think I
out to be
remember
a
you saying,
guy
yeah.
lived across the road because they caught him on CCTV
Yeah.
reversing the van out of his drive, pulling up the school, nicking it, and then driving back down the road to park up again. So yeah,
I remember you saying that. That's brilliant. Yeah, that's
what a
dumb
wally.
criminals, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is daft.
yeah,
What,
genius,
yeah.
criminal genius he was there. Yeah.
Nick the lead. I didn't think they still did that. Like with I can remember as a kid, like in the 90s, like the schools would be full of asbestos.
Gosh, yeah.
I can remember the tiles they had, and they
Oh,
were fine. If you didn't
scary, innit?
disturb them, they were okay. But if you disturbed them, then it
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
it. If you turn it into a
yeah.
powder, it ends up just being able to breathe it in and stuff, don't you? But
So
yeah,
yeah.
no, it's scary, isn't it? But
It is, but I don't know how we got on that. But happy Christmas, mate. This is our
yeah, Merry
Christmassy
Christmas. Here
edition.
we are. Yeah, December, pretty much and near enough an anniversary for coming up close to the anniversary for the pod, isn't it? Was it January, February we
Yeah,
started? So
do you know what? We talked about it this November, December. Then we started January, February this
yeah,
year, I think. So
well, that
by the
was it.
time this
Yeah,
comes out,
so
it'll
whole
be our
calendar
first
year.
birthday.
Wow, that's good. It's been a great journey so far, and let's see what else happens. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant. It's just like a recap of the year. I mean, we've obviously the interviews we've had the author David Clayton,
Yeah,
Susanna Corbett.
yeah,
Went to the stage show.
did.
Who else we had? We had friend of the pod Tony on to review one of the
Tony,
films.
Tom's been on at least once, hasn't he? To chat.
Tyler. Yeah.
Tyler, yeah, that's right.
Who else? So
So
yeah,
yeah, it's
hopefully,
been busy, and we've reviewed not even half the episodes, have we? Really, we've kind of
no, it's been.
maybe scratched the
I kind of
surface.
think because today we're going to do Perfect Christmas. What's that? 1974.
Yeah, 74, I think. Yeah, sounds about right.
Because I can remember we did it quite early on, didn't we? We did the party,
Well, Tom
which
picked
was
that one, didn't he? Because we asked Tom to pick from series 7 the two
that was it.
episodes. I think he just randomly
Yeah,
picked, and one of them was the party, which he said was a great episode and really difficult to choose. Series 7, wasn't it? So
yeah. I think that's why
yeah,
he picked on it because we couldn't. But yeah, no. So one thing I need to send you, mate. I haven't told you about this. All right. I'll forward you. I had a bit of my eBay splurges.
oh yeah,
Right. So have a look at this. I bought, right, the weird thing is it's from the same time that this episode came out, A Perfect
yeah.
Christmas. So this is the September edition of Punch magazine.
Oh, okay.
And on the front cover, I don't know if you want to check your WhatsApp now, mate. Have a look at that. That is on the front cover. They must have been promoting the show is like a
Oh,
animated
wow.
version of Steptoe and Son.
Oh, that's quality, that is.
So you've got Harold and Albert driving, strangely, a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, you got the old
And
man done up like a kipper.
it's full of junk in the back. Yeah, the old man's in a suit and a cigar.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's the author? The artist Dickinson. Someone Dickinson.
Dickinson, yeah. So this was
Mate, that is
September.
quality.
Yeah, I managed to get it on eBay and it arrived pretty quick. It was it's the magazine cover print anniversary,
Harold's
which
got his flat cap on that he wears when he takes out the one in the
is it
waterbed.
Delia?
Yeah, Delia. Yeah,
Is it
that's it.
Delia, the waterbed? And so to bed, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, gosh. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
he's got
cool.
that flat cap.
Is there is that the cover or have you got the whole book then?
No, it's just the cover that. It's
Right.
I'll tell you what, it's something on the back. If I have a quick shifty of it, so I didn't know how much you'd be able to see on the thing. Yeah, on the back then is a massive. It's the days when they used to sort of draw everything. There's 2 pictures, but then there's 3 drawings of find latest dry fly guide to summer afternoons, and it's dry fly finned letters medium sherry.
Oh, right, there you go.
So yeah.
Oh
So
gosh.
yeah, on the back for
What
an
what was
advert for
Punch
sherry.
magazine then? Was it sort of like a sort of a variety magazine or I
UK.
know the name, I just can't remember what it was like for.
So it was a British weekly magazine of humour and satire established in
Okay.
1841 by Henry Mayhew and wood engraver Ebenezer Landels. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was well, satire really.
So as the equivalent in America was Mad Magazine, wasn't it? I guess, or something
I
similar.
was gonna say yeah, it's a bit like
Yeah.
Mad Magazine.
Is it still going,
But
Punch, or is it stopped now?
do you know what? I think it's stopped. I haven't seen it for
Oh,
years. I don't like we're talking probably since the 90s, but
right.
yeah, it's not something you see now, is it?
I think Private Eye's the only sort of like satire one I see these days still.
Yeah,
Yeah. My dad used to be quite a
yeah.
fan of it back in the day.
Oh, is that with what's the guy that's on
Ian
I Got News
Hislop.
for You?
Ian
That's
Hislop
it.
died. Yeah, he's the editor. It was someone else quite famous. I can't remember who it was. He edited it originally, and then yeah, Ian Hislop took it on. Ian
Was it
Hislop
Pete,
is like one
Peter
of the
Cook or
most.
something?
So that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Peter Cook, yeah.
Ian Hislop's one of the most sued men in history because he's been taken to court so many times for defamation from Private Eye, and he keeps winning. Like, because they throw it out, I think, every time. But yeah, it's like he's entered the Guinness. No, he's a Guinness record, but I mean, it's like I think someone said, "Oh yeah, he has been sued 300 and something times, whatever."
Oh God, unsuccessfully.
Obviously knows his way around a courtroom quite well then. So
He does. Oh, God, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, shall we? So we're gonna review
yeah,
um
magic.
a Perfect Christmas.
I had to dig the DVD out for this one because again, they've gone off thingy, haven't they? As we said, ITVX. So
Yeah, or don't get me started on DVDs. I think we recently, well, I say recently, my daughter never watched Lord of the Rings, so
oh yeah,
we started watching those with her, and I sort of paid for 2 of them to stream, and then realised I've got them all in the cupboard. They're all
oh,
on the
how
box
annoying.
set. So I was like, why have I done that? So we've
How
done that,
annoying.
and then we've started on the Hobbit. So we've got to the
Oh, cool.
Desolation of Smaug.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, shall we hit play for
Hey, mate, yeah,
Perfect
magic.
Christmas?
Oh, hello. He won't be long. Nearly finished. Looks nice, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a veritable fairyland. Oh, transported for another world for a minute. I can hardly contain my gasps of wonder and amazement. Ooh! Oh, it recalls the splendor of Versailles during the reign of the Sun King.
Are you taking the Arthur Bliss?
No, no, no. Really, it is quite magnificent.
So I do get this one confused a lot with the party.
Right. Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah.
so.
Now, full disclosure, mate. Cards on the table. I'm going to be honest. I prefer the party, but I think this is an interesting one. There's some very interesting themes throughout it, and obviously it's quite profound because it is the last kind of script,
Yeah,
BBC production of Steptoe, isn't it? If you take out the sort of stage shows and the adverts and things, so it's the last proper episode we know of Steptoe. So it is really important, and yeah, I think I've just seen the other one a bit more, but yeah.
yeah, a bit like that. It is. It's always like tinged with a bit of this is the last episode. Like
Yeah,
they do. They did the radio version of this in '76.
right.
And then they obviously they did the Australian tour, and
Mm.
it was never not non-stop Steptoe, but this is the last of the episodes, which they wouldn't have known this, would they?
No, I guess that was, I think they probably just thought, oh, there might be more. But and it's not long after that sort of stellar season of season 7 either, is it really? When it was arguably at its height. But so yeah, we've got Harold coming back, and the old man's been decorating very, very shoddily. It's all a bit kind of paper thin.
naff.
Yeah, a bit naff.
It's got that tree is brilliant. That's like a Rich and Eddie sort of tree, and
It
it's
is,
about
isn't it?
a foot
Yeah.
tall. I think he's got it in a chamber pot
Yeah.
with the doll rammed on top of it.
Yeah. Well, I think we said before, like some of these streamers, like this takes you back to my kind of childhood. I think we sort of had some of these still knocking around when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. So I think it's
Yeah, me. I can remember the ones that it was like they used to fold in. And
yeah,
it
that's
was like
right.
golden red, and then
Yeah,
you'd sort of pull them
yeah.
out and stretch them, but then you'd fold them
Yeah.
back in. And then you'd have like the golden red Merry Christmas because there was always a letter missing.
That's right. Merry Christmas, yeah.
Bit of rhyming slang there. We've got, are you taking the Arthur Bliss?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Some interesting shaped balloons here as well, isn't there? More than a hint of phallic elements to it.
Yeah,
So,
he's just looking at Harold. He's I don't know, something about, I think it's the hair. He's come back. He's got like a trench coat, a woolen trench coat thing on, puffing on a cigar.
yeah.
The hair's everywhere, isn't it?
It does look a bit wild, doesn't it? I guess he's just come straight off the rounds. But yeah, so the old man's lost it. He's whacking everything down because of Harold's criticisms.
Yeah, he's a bit sarcastic, and Harold. So
I mean, this is the thing. The old man, Albert makes an effort, doesn't he? And again, you get the kind of Harold's just so like, what's the word? That downbeat about it all that he just doesn't want to know.
I mean, he's supposed to be 40, and he's had 40 Christmases in the house.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think he's just like jaded. Is that the right word?
Jaded, yeah.
Mm.
Little bit of a double entendre there. Pull your own cracker, which got a reaction from Harold.
It reminds me of Royal Family in it with who's Darren going to pull his cracker with? And he goes,
yeah.
well, Darren can pull his own. He usually does.
Either that or was it Tina Turner that he was going out with from Argos? Whatever her name was.
Oh God,
Big
Tina
Julie
Turner.
or something.
Big Julie from Argos.
That's it.
Have you seen her in that Bush City Limits?
Yeah, that's it.
So
I was watching a bit of the Royal Family the other night. It was the 2000 Christmas special with Emma's parents in.
Oh God.
Very, very
it's
funny.
with what's his name from Early
That's
Doors,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant actor. What was it in? Right, he's called Roger, isn't he?
Yeah,
I don't think he has a surname, just Roger. Roger and Valerie.
So we get a little bit of cynicism here, don't we, from Harold? And it's kind of life imitating art, isn't he? He's sort of going on about how things are filmed in September. Like, especially the film in September, you've got like Christmas Z cars with everyone's wearing a stick of holly. Yeah.
And Corrie in it.
Yeah, and it's sort of like,
Corrie.
I guess it's Golden and Simpson's slight dig at the way television had become. Everything's kind of pre-manufactured and fabricated and ready to go for Christmas. But
We always have a good time.
We don't have a good time.
Plenty to eat and drink.
We have too much to eat and drink. That is not enjoying myself. That is boredom. One overeats and overdrinks because one is bored. There's nothing else to do except stuff half-raw turkey, tin Christmas pudding and tepid custard down one's cake hole.
Well, you can watch the telly.
I don't want to watch the telly. I watch the telly every Christmas. Every day for 3 solid days. Watching the telly is the same as eating and drinking. One does it because one is bored with Christmas. And all you get on the telly is Christmas stuffed down your cake hole. They all do something different for Christmas, something special.
Yeah, it always. I can't remember. I think I was probably a teenager when I sort of learned that that things are not filmed at Christmas; they're filmed in about August. Like, is it like Christmas songs? Is it Slade or something like that? They filmed like a Christmas song in August in like boiling hot weather.
I can believe that. Yeah.
It's like, We've got a Christmas muggeridge.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that
yeah,
Malcolm?
yeah. Throwback to last time we did the Malcolm Muggeridge of the family. Great
Oh
Uncle
God,
Nobby.
yes. Uncle Nobby.
Yeah.
Oh, did you manage to watch that link I sent you? It is. I was having a look at. Um, I think one of the ideas I was going to say to you, perhaps in January, was to review the murder at Old Drum Lane.
That'd be awesome.
The
Yeah,
2006
you
play.
know what? I've actually seen that. So no, I'll be honest, mate. I've not had a chance to have a look. I will have a look, but yeah,
No, well,
I would love to.
definitely have a look at it because it's I found it on YouTube. It's called Lovely Jubbly. It's from 1997 with a
Okay.
guy called Mark Pearson, and he's sort of obsessed with Steptoe, a bit like us, but he's got a
Yeah.
massive collection of
Oh, nice,
memorabilia.
nice.
So he's a segment on him. Then he's another one on a guy who's obsessed with Last of the Summer Wine.
Oh, wow, nice.
So I
Well, I'll be
thought,
straight with them
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And he's the third installment. It's a lot like that Peter Kay thing, with
Oh,
Leonard,
okay.
and
Yeah, yeah.
but the third installment is a woman who's obsessed with John Inman.
Oh, all right.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I say obsessed compared to us, they're just fans, really. They're
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
you know, but then they sort of consider a bit strange. But no, I'll give it a watch. It's
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I
we'll do.
say perhaps we could review Murder at Aldrum
Yeah,
Lane,
that sounds good.
which was 2006 stage play.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know what you think.
Yeah, that sounds good, mate. Sounds good. So we've got the RSPCA swear box here, haven't we? Which I quite like. It's an old RSPCA one. Come off the round. Um, and yeah, about 80 quid's worth in the swear box.
That's it.
So I think the idea is
£79.
Harold's trying to propose going away, isn't he? And he's just flung a few brochures at him.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, okay, we've got 80 quid. Where can we go?
But that's mad to think you could go abroad on that.
It's bizarre, and he couldn't even get a hotel room
Oh,
in Bognor Regis for that now, could you? So,
that's train fare to Cardiff and back for me.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
bonkers.
Things aren't cheap anymore, are they? So
But I bet the actual collection box there, I bet that's worth more than 80 quid now.
yeah,
That's huge, isn't it?
absolutely. It's giant, isn't it? Yeah. You don't see collection boxes like that anymore, do you? I was thinking like I
No.
remember there used to be like a sooty one growing up where I was saying like in
Yeah,
the
oh yeah, with our local shop still got it.
yeah. Oh really?
The
Oh
sooty
wow.
one, yeah, yeah.
Nice. Oh
So
brilliant.
I know. I always put like what I can in the
Oh
sooty box
wicked.
or get the kids to do it because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
the
Oh,
sooty
I'm
one.
really pleased. And I also like the ones that used to swirl. You put the penny in and it would swirl around.
Oh, the
Like
yeah,
yeah,
watch it going down. Yeah.
bit of entertainment.
So
Yeah.
the plot to this, like, I like the way they refer to it because the plot is that Harold wants to go away for Christmas, and then
Yeah.
Albert goes, "Oh, you go through this every year because it's been done before this, and that
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
not
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
same, not the same way, but he's definitely talked about getting away."
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's been on the cards, hasn't it? But yeah, obviously we'll see at the end, won't we? There's a slight twist this time round. But and yeah, like you say, they go that further than they've been before with it. But
Yeah.
um
So I think Albert wants to go to Bognor.
have you been to Bognor, mate? Have you been down that way?
I haven't. No, is it West Sussex or something? Or
Yeah, I think
that
it's not
sort of
far.
way,
Might
Bognor.
be long from Brighton, that sort of region. I've been to Brighton, been to East,
Yeah.
been to Poole, done quite a lot of the South Coast, just not Bognor. But it does seem to be a
No.
sort of 70s go-to place because I
Yeah.
know in I Being Served they refer to it a few times. But it's just the name just sounds a bit kind of like,
Bognor.
and it just doesn't sound all
Bognor
that
Regis.
appealing.
It's not
Um,
very exotic.
no,
Yeah, no, it's yeah, but especially in December.
oh
I mean,
gosh,
that's gotta be
yeah,
bleak, isn't it?
yeah. I've only been away once at Christmas, and that was to Devon. About well, I must have been
Mm.
about 10 or 11. Yeah, that was it. We've not been anywhere else. Or stayed at
Mm.
home otherwise.
So one thing I noticed when I had a like, little shifty at this before we started was the director is Douglas Argent, who also
Oh,
directed
okay.
Faulty Towers.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
Mm.
interesting. So yeah, 'cause it was usually oh gosh, what was his name? Duncan Wood. He was did
Oh,
quite a lot,
Duncan
didn't
Wood,
he?
yeah. Was it?
Quite a lot of
Yeah.
Steptoes. Um,
Do you notice? I don't know if you do like the different directors. Like because you say like with Only Fools only had 2 directors, I think
They
it
had
is,
Ray
wasn't it?
Butt and then
Was it
Not Gareth Quenlin.
Gwenlyn? Was it Gareth
I think he
Gwenlyn?
was the producer, wasn't he? It was Tony Dore. Tony Dore, I think.
Because I think
Uh,
they try and keep it consistent, but it's funny you don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
that. You don't think they would show in the episodes, the difference in director, but it sort of does.
See, I always think like I was rewatching One Foot in the Grave, and obviously we know David Renwick was so particular about things. I don't know why he just did
Mm.
direct One Foot in the Grave because he showed he's a great director because he directed some Jonathan Creek. So I think it must be
Yeah,
hard if you're a writer. I mean, some writers just hand stuff over. They're not interested in like
yeah, that's true.
Roy
Mm.
Clark. Apparently, is quite like that. He did Last of Some Wine and Keep Appearances. He wasn't interested in bringing it to life. He just wrote it. Whereas some are very particular about it. But
Did he?
uh,
I'm sure as well. I've seen an interview with the guy who played Emmett from
right, yeah.
Keeping Up, and he said that they never actually met him.
No, I can imagine that. Yeah,
Because
imagine
he
just
would
quite a
just
bit of a
send
bit
the
surprising.
script in, and then that was it. And
Yeah,
you wouldn't turn up or
no.
be there for filming.
Whereas you got David Renwick on the set, kind of telling the cast, "You got to say it like this," whatever. Very much like a director.
Mm.
Um, so I wonder what Golden and Simpson were like. I wonder if they were kind of on set, and I'm assuming they were because they used to say, "Oh, we used to be in the bar with Harry and Wilf, didn't we?" So
Yeah, they did. Well, that I'm a little read about that Murder at Old Drum. Excuse me. That Murder at Old Drum Lane
yeah,
stage play did in 2006. They were both obviously still alive,
yes.
but I think only Ray Galton was involved with it.
Oh,
Alan
okay,
Simpson had retired, and he said,
yeah.
he was like, "No, I'm retired. That's it." He wouldn't even sort of come back for one
Interesting,
last hurrah sort of thing. He
interesting.
was
Yeah,
so yeah. I don't know if they had that sort of like working class work ethic. Once you retired, that's it.
yeah. I guess so. Yeah,
Which is fair enough, isn't it? But
yeah. But then also, you think, well, if it's just one off, just do one off. But each their own, I suppose.
mm.
Uh,
So yeah, so how now he's suggesting places to go.
yeah,
I think one of them is France, which is a bit. I mean, if the last time you went there, like Albert, last time he went there, he was in the trenches. That's a bit like.
yeah.
But have you noticed the? I don't know if there's a plot error in that, but he says about he can't go back to France. But then, what was the episode with Frank Thornton when they?
Yeah, series 4, wasn't it? We did review it. Yeah, and they were on the plane over
Yeah,
to Dunkirk, weren't they? Yeah.
that's it. Well, they went to France, didn't they?
Yeah. And they got turned
Yeah,
around and sent back again. But
sent back. Yeah,
they did at least tried to get in, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of these little flights of fancy from I guess it's Harry H. Corbett doing quite a bit of it, isn't it? Like we said, a lot of this sort of
Mm.
off the cuff type um responses where he just sort of goes off in little monologues, doesn't he? I guess maybe that's how Golden Simpson were writing it at that point, but it's very marked difference from series 1 and 2, isn't it? Where you didn't really see any of that.
Yeah.
We've certainly
No,
developed the
he seems to,
character.
yeah, like we said before, he seems to feed off a lot of the props more,
Yeah,
and he's sort of
definitely.
like, he was singing a Disney song earlier, then
Yeah,
he's talking about all that currant burn on his skin and the
yeah,
crumpet, as he says, and
yeah. I wonder if they just indulged him and just said, right,
mm,
I guess he just ad-libbed to get a little bit, and they just sort of let him run with it. But
well, by
no,
this point they've been doing it 10 years,
that's
so
it. No one knows the character better than him, I guess. So
mm,
yeah, he's kind of lived and breathed it for so long. So and it's just a two-hander, this one, isn't it? It's sort of kind of, I suppose it finishes how it starts. The offer was a two-hander, and this is a two-hander. Well, apart, I suppose, apart from the very end, we see a little
yeah,
bit.
we've got literally just the immigration officer, then we've got
Yeah,
the woman Harold ends up with at the end. Spoiler alert,
yeah,
but if you
yeah.
haven't seen it already. So I've had a look. Yeah, this was aired December 26th, 1974.
Right.
So it was weird timing with that Punch magazine cover that arrived, wasn't it? I think it was September
Yeah, good couple of months before,
1974.
but had
It must have
the
been.
last series got? I suppose the last series went out. Did the last series go out in 73? So there would have been
Yeah.
that would have been a year's jump, and then this would have been the last episode. So yeah,
So Harold's now. What was he want Albert to pretend to be Australian?
Now, let's go to Bognor. We'll be all right there. We're all they've got.
We're not going to Bognor. Well, we don't have to be British. We can be Australian. Yeah, you can do an Australian accent. I see. Hello there, Sheila, you little beaut. And just shooting to Europe on a bonza tour before we get back to the old sheep station. Rough, shut your face, you great go out. Listen, do you fancy getting your hands around a tube of lager? I got a case of Foster's up in the bedroom, you know what I'm like? What, I'll never tumble.
If you think I'm going to spend 4 days walking around talking like that, you're mistaken. I'm British and proud of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to go abroad and just pretend to be.
I love how they're just every now and then having to put some money in the swear box. It's kind of like yeah, can't get through a sort of conversation without.
And if you think now that's so tame, like saying bleeding and
that's it.
they sodding and something. I mean, it's.
Speaking of swear boxes, the first one I ever had was a Royal Family one. I just remember getting for Christmas.
Was it?
I don't know why Mum and Dad thought I needed it, but it had like all the phrases from the show on. It was like my arse and paid a quid for the pants, got 50 pence worth stuck up my arse and
Stuck at me.
picking your nose. I'll pick my nose, my arse, my teeth. Just treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Oh, I'm ashamed of this family.
So well written.
Oh, it was brilliant that. So they're talking about. He was on about this one thing I didn't know until I watched this. So they want to go to. Is it Brussels? He wants to go to because he talks about getting a night ferry.
Yeah.
Well, the night ferry apparently ran from. I had to research this. 1936 to 1980. So it ended 6 years after this, and it was straight from Victoria to Brussels, and it took 11 hours.
Gosh, wow.
So it was years before, like the Channel Tunnel.
Would it go down the Thames then? And
yeah, must do. So Victoria to
way.
Brussels, 11 hours. Yeah, must do.
Interesting.
So that's a big gap because that ended in 1980. And then you think, when was the Channel Tunnel? I can remember that.
Mid-90s, early 90s, was it, I think? I remember it opening.
Yeah.
I never been on it.
Or something.
Granddad went on it. I never went. I've not been on it, but
I went on it. I did it 8 times in 1 week.
Oh, right, wow.
Because, and the last 6 or 7 times was in a lorry. We did, a relative of mine, he was a lorry driver, and it was over the summer, so we earned a bit of money. I think it was about 14, 15.
Yeah.
I went over there and just, I brought back some beer and tobacco.
All right, nice.
So yeah, I did like a little booze cruise. bit of a summer holiday money that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing it. Yeah, we go over there. I remember going to Belgium and then coming back and then back over, then Dover,
Yeah, it was
then
quite popular
Folkestone.
for a period, wasn't it? Going over to Belgium, and then and obviously people do like the France one, don't they? The Calais one quite a lot.
Yeah,
parents have
Dover
done
to
that
Calais.
a couple of times. They've been down to doing that when we were growing up.
It was the days of duty frees then. I don't know if they still have. It's not like it was. Like,
probably long gone now. That name. Since
you could
Brexit,
get.
I suppose it takes longer to get through customs. Not worth that.
Oh God! Even before that, I think they reined that in because I remember you could get like a plastic bag really full of tobacco, and it was like half the price of what you could. Well, probably not even that. But no, I never smoked. You just used to. I brought a load over and we just sold it and a bit of money for the summer holiday.
So if you're at the same point here, maybe he's just going on about. We were talking about this, weren't we? The Cinderella with an S, and then Puss in Kinky Boots. He's been talking
boobs
about,
in the word.
Yeah, he's which again, is just a bit of a bit of a marked difference, isn't it, from some previous plots? It's kind of
Sweden and Denmark? Oh, you would like Denmark. They have live sex shows out there.
Get away.
Oh, they do?
You mean they actually, on the stage, everybody looking? Not over Christmas, surely.
Of course I do. It's the equivalent of pantomime. They do the same stories as us. If I do Cinderella, spelt with an S. Our buttons isn't in it. It takes too long to undo. Jack and the Beanstalk. Puss in kinky boots.
You're having me on.
Where do you want to go?
There's not really much going on in this episode. It's just them two interacting, isn't it? And I guess that's probably what I found as not as good as the party. Obviously, the party you had like the opening bit. He's trying to get away on holiday. It doesn't happen. Then they go through all the shenanigans. But I think because it was just set in the flat then in the Huldrum Lane. Yeah, there's not a lot going on. But I mean, yeah, it is entertaining. Don't get me wrong. But I think that's probably what I found the difference between the two episodes. So
you should a touch of like Galton and Simpson. They always have like a political element. They talked about like with Russia and I don't want to send money over there for them to buy a missile and all that. And
he just said it was
'70s.
Behind the Iron Curtain as well, didn't he? He said, I think the old man. So again, this before the wall came down. So yeah, it's Whereas the Cold War was very much a thing at this time. So
that's it. They always have like a nod towards politics, don't they?
Yeah.
So the police is still looking for Albert. You can't go to Brussels. He's had a hell of a life, and we always say it, don't we? But he's so much like Uncle Albert from Only Fools because he's just been everywhere. He's got a story from every country.
That's it. Yeah, and similar with Grandad, gun running during the Civil War.
You were gun running in the middle of the Civil War.
Had the most money.
Yeah, it was a deep political cause.
Yeah.
What does he say? He goes, "You mean they tortured you?" He goes, "No, but they would have done if I had told them everything I knew."
Told everything, yeah.
He's like, "Oh God."
Gosh.
With was it Juan, the keeper?
Oh yeah.
Just the Juan I wanted to see.
Was it your charity of choice or something?
Yeah.
We'll be most pleased. Yeah.
I bet she will.
He's actually an English actor. He's in I don't know if you ever watched not Man About the House. Bless This House with Sid James. He's the neighbour in that.
Is he?
Yeah, he was in it for about 10 years. Yeah. And somehow he got cast in Only Fools and Horses as a Spaniard. But
he looks very Spanish, doesn't he?
Yeah, stick a moustache on him and that's it. Yeah,
he does it well.
So he's gone over to the optics. The optics are still there, but touch of gold watch. Yeah, and can't tell what else. Again, that was a nice little detail on the stage show, wasn't it? They had the optics there, didn't they, with the sort of whiskey and the brandy, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, didn't he drink from it as well? I'm sure they actually drank from it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, we were saying some of the detail in that was so good, like the park and
Charlie. They had Charlie the fish.
Yeah, Charlie. It's a shame they couldn't get a bear. I mean, hopefully they will in the future. But
yeah, we did say that, did we? But that's such a big prop, isn't it?
It is. I mean, look at that one there. It's like a good
That's
2 foot
huge.
taller than Harry, and Harry's not a small guy either. So yeah, it's got a bit of tinsel wrapped around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they could borrow it from the Comedy Museum if it's down there.
Yeah, I wonder because I need to have a look. Yeah, because it was like I said that the magician guy. I can't think of his name, but he tweeted about 4 years back that he was with it and it was in the Comedy Museum and the prop from Steptoe. But is that daffodils Harry's got on his bureau?
Yes, I think so.
Daffodils,
Yeah.
And they still got Charlie perched on a load of books. It's like he's not even on a flat surface.
No.
Skeleton's got a Christmas hat on.
Yeah. You see, they went quite extravagant with the decorations in the party, and obviously, I'd love to have known what happened at the end because obviously they had chicken pox, didn't they? And they couldn't obviously people around. So did it all just like filter out after that, or did they recover quickly enough for people to come around the next couple of days or whatever? I don't know, but
there was so much food, wasn't there?
Cliffhanger. Yeah.
There's piles and piles of food.
Yeah. I mean, that image of of Albert just swinging that uncooked turkey around, just
the head's still on it, wasn't
head bobbing around. Oh gosh.
Oh
yeah.
Speaking of skeleton, and Harold's just moved it. I don't know if you're on that bit, and
yes,
he's having a look under the stairs. Look at that Inequality Street. That's massive.
I was talking to someone else about this the other day. What was it? Where was I? And we were just discussing how Quality Street has just got smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh.
Like you basically get about 10 now if you're lucky.
Well,
And half of
that's
them
a
are
proper
coffees.
tin as well. That's not plastic. That's a tin one, you know.
Yeah,
It's huge.
those were the days. Those were the days. Yeah. Gosh.
Again, it goes from to a bit of serious acting now. You can see he's terrified of those stairs because
Mm,
he was put there as a child whenever there was an air raid. He was put under the
yes.
stairs because it's the safest place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because the stairs played a part, didn't they, in the bath? He was trying to get him to move in under there.
Yeah.
It's nice and cozy in there type thing. But
He goes,
yeah,
there's spiders in there. He goes, I'll put some frogs in there.
that's it. Yeah. Interesting how we're revisiting a similar sort of thing, aren't we now? Kind of.
Now, wait a minute. Now, where did we used to go during the height of the bombing in the Blitz?
Down the pub.
No. You used to go down the pub. Where did you used to put me?
Under the stairs.
That's it. Under the stairs. Every night. On my own. It's another thing I've never forgiven you.
That's a straight up place in the house, that is. You always saw the stairs left standing.
Exactly. So I suggest that is the first place while we look. Clean this place up! Get the council in! Get little carpenter doing work! Like Willington Place in there!
Yeah, similar bit of bit of the set. Yeah, all this junk. I mean, yeah, this stresses me out. I think another reason I
Yeah.
perhaps find this episode a little harder to watch is just because just the junk is really focused in on this episode. Like they're zooming in on bits, aren't they? And
Well, the color ones, like you said, they were nervous about going from black and white to color, weren't they? Because
yeah,
they didn't think it would lend itself, but it shows the squalor more somehow, doesn't it? And
yeah, no, definitely.
like
I think
you could
it's
pick out stuff now that you could never pick out in black and white.
no, yeah. You can pick all the browns and greys and greens and
Yeah.
manky bits. See, what's that leg? There's a leg in there, isn't there? What's that?
Yeah, it's false leg.
Where's that come from?
Like everything in there's got a story in it. Like where did
Yeah,
they get it from? Was he taught in? And
yeah.
so what's Harold found now? A Bess.
Oh, yeah.
How was that there? How was it? Because that was by the table.
It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, did I miss something then? Because that's appeared next to the table.
Maybe it was a cut or something, perhaps. Or...
I like the. Have you seen the advertising on the side of the? It's a child's toy, and it's
Yeah.
advertising Rizzler papers.
Imagine that now. 20 Benson and Edges on
Yeah,
Peppa Pig's
Benson's.
little coach or something. Yeah.
Oh, be a bro.
There's
So there's
a museum
go on.
down the road from us in Lincoln that's got loads of these old buses, like real full-size ones. Like a transport museum. Quite interesting.
You see Albert's like how manipulative he is here because he's stalling for time.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to find his birth certificate, he doesn't want to find his personal documents, and there's a reason for it.
Well, he's literally got in there, and he's kicked him in. It's just
Yeah, he's
properly gone. Obviously, guess they had to build something behind the set for him to go into for that point. But yeah, so yeah, Harold's just found his old school cap.
yeah, that was all he had of the uniform. They couldn't afford the rest, just the cap.
So that died out the time I was at school caps.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think they were
was
trying to think
watching
about bringing it back at our secondary school, but it never happened.
Oh God, they had a
I
job
know.
to get us to wear ties, let alone caps.
Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of schools don't bother now, but yeah.
What was I watching this? I was watching something the other day, and it was like an American show, and they were like portraying it was like a British school, and all the kids in this school, it was so unrealistic. They had like flat hats on it, sort of like straw flat hats,
All right.
and it's
Yeah.
like that's not how British kids go to school.
No,
It was like
no, not at all.
no, it was so
So we're entering some very poignant stuff here, aren't we? Yeah, sort of. Albert's very emotional about it, and
Yeah. So he's found a ration book.
yeah,
He's found a Christmas Club savings book,
yeah.
insurance documents.
Skinner's Arms, 1936. Yeah, wow.
What did he say? You paid in December, withdrew February. We didn't
So
have
how do
that
those
much
things
that
work? Do people you literally paid into like an account, like a bank account, but through a
Yeah, a guy I work with, or used to work with, he did it every year. He probably
all
still
right,
does. It was you pay. It's good, mine, because you pay in quite a bit each month.
yeah,
But Christmas, then all the food and the goodies and everything's paid for.
all right, that's okay.
But
That's
I
all
think
right.
you
Yeah,
pay some like 25 a month, but by, like I said, come December,
yeah.
you've got, yeah, it all adds up and you've got quite a bit in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, so you just literally don't worry about getting anything for Christmas. And I used to get like all hampers and stuff.
Right. Oh, okay. Nice.
So I'm sure it's still going.
Yeah,
So we got, so Harold's reading Albert's birth certificate.
yeah. He's
Was it Lady Smith? Albert Lady Smith
Ladysmith, Albert
Steptoe.
Ladysmith Steptoe, yeah. And their fathers, yeah, unknown.
Ah, the birth certificate. All the sordid details.
Give us that. That's mine. Nothing to do with you.
Hello. What is he trying to hide? Huh? Huh? 26th of September, 1899. So that's it. That's what all the Moody's been about. You're older than you said you was.
Yeah.
You always told me you were 72 and you lied about your age to get into the army.
Yeah, well, give us a share.
Yeah, wait a minute. When and where born? 23 Old Drum Lane, yeah. Name? Albert Lady Smith Steptoe, yeah, that's right. Boy? Never. There was never a boy. I can't even imagine you as a baby. I bet you look like that since you was born. Mother's name, Victoria Alexandria Steptoe. What's a nice name?
Now, give us a D.
Occupation, domestic servant, father. I don't believe it. Unknown. Yeah, but you don't. My father is a... A lightweight one. My father is a... What did you tell me before?
Why should I?
Could you trust me? I'm your own son. Oh, you think I'd run away from home or something? Why did you tell me?
Why should I tell you? Why should I tell anyone? It wasn't my fault. Nobody asked me.
The lies and the pretense. You tell me your father started this firm, Steptoe and Son.
Well, it was Steptoe and Son.
You never said it was Mrs. Steptoe and Son. I feel strangely let down. And another thing. That's my granny. Your mother. Who's that? Who's the bloke I've been calling Granddad all of these years? Come on. Who is it?
Well, if you must know,
Yes!
it's Gladstone.
Well, that's typical, isn't it? Gladstone!
Well, I had to put up someone.
Man, just how bigot you are! You could put up any old dogs, buddy. Oh, no, you have to go put up a Prime Minister. It's like me putting up Winston Churchill.
Well, you didn't have to, did you? You've got a father.
I'd rather have had Winston Churchill. I've had enough blood, sweat and tears all of these years. What didn't you tell me before?
It was not the kind of thing you go shouting about. At least it wasn't in them days. It was a big disgrace to be born out of wedlock then, not like today. All these film actresses having Dixie lids all over and boasting about it. To be born a child of love in 1899 was a stigma.
How funny. I never thought of you as a child of love. you haven't got a face for it. I mean, surely your mother must have known who your father was.
I don't know. She never let on. She always used to say, Daddy'd gone to meet the angel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Quite
unknown father.
yeah, I suppose back in those days that was quite a scandal, wasn't it? To have
Definitely,
no one on your birth certificate, and no dad on your birth certificate.
I think it was like 40s and 50s, but let alone when was he born?
Oh, in 1900, was he turn of the century? Like, yeah, probably
Yeah, so
about 70
that
odd,
would have
isn't he?
been
So, yeah.
quite a scandal, really. That I suppose if
Yeah. Similar to Trigger's dad, father's name, some soldier.
she knew roughly.
And doesn't
I
he
like the
say,
way he says,
oh, he died a couple of years before I was born.
yeah. What's he
Which when you
say?
first hear that, it's just, yeah, okay. And then think about it,
I know you think what?
what? That's not right, is it?
Trigger. So yeah, anyone else saying that wouldn't have worked, but the fact that he says it, you do think,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
it
it.
is. Yeah.
So this is
So,
opening up the kind of why it's called Steptoe and Son,
mm,
because actually it's not Steptoe and Son in the father sense, is it? It's Steptoe Son who's his mother.
yes, we've got his Albert's mother and Albert. So Harold's not
Yeah.
even steptoe and son. I
No.
love that. I do love that fact. Like 10 years in, and we just learning that.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting curveball to throw out there, isn't it? And
Uh,
then obviously who's he put on the wall? Isn't it Gladstone, I think? Or yeah,
yeah, Harold's been
Prime
calling
Minister, isn't
Gladstone
he?
granddad all these years, all his life.
He's never actually
Gladstone.
noticed that, has he? That
Uh,
I had to put up someone.
no, was it? He goes, you couldn't just put anyone up there. You had to put a prime minister.
Yeah. Yeah, same as he put at Winston Churchill. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the um when he makes him swear on the mother's picture and
Oh yeah,
it's not his mother, it's
apologise, isn't
his
it?
sister.
Yeah, he goes, apologise. He goes, no. He goes, why? He goes, that's your sister.
Yeah.
Uh, you
Yeah.
get again. That's another one where Harry really goes for it because he's
Yeah.
strangling,
Yeah,
Wilfred
no,
there.
it's
He's not holding
serious.
back, is he?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Another bit of rhyming slang, mate. Dixie lids.
Oh, okay.
So celebrities having Dixie lids
What's
all
that
over the
mean?
place. Kids.
Oh, kids. Okay.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I've heard of bin lids
Yeah.
for kids, but not Dixie lids.
We used to have a little book of Cockney rhyming slang somewhere. I'm not done with it. So yeah, it's yeah, quite tragic in a way, this, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
it's so tragic, isn't it?
gone from Christmas decorations going up to like, yeah, finding out that he hasn't got a father on his birth certificate. So yeah.
And it's like we talk about the monologues they do. Like I don't think there's been a cutaway yet, really. There's been
No, that's the other thing about this episode. It's all real time,
uh,
isn't it? Which is rare for Steptoe. Like,
mm.
most of the time it is kind of jumping in time, isn't it? And this has
But
been continuous,
I mean,
hasn't it?
if this is all in one go as well, that's amazing, really, because this,
Yeah,
y-
that's like a stage show, isn't
36
it?
minutes. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is. Yeah, it's like the
yeah.
stage 36 minutes in. From what we know, none of the lines were fluffed. They've stuck to
No.
it. They've, done comedic bits. They've done poignant bits.
And that's the other thing about the stage show we
Mm.
saw, like, there was no fluffs, was there, at all? They were absolutely spot on.
No, they were smack on.
When
Yeah.
Harry and Wilf did it, they were able to kind of have breaks, and I mean,
Mm.
obviously, yeah, I guess they rehearsed it to death, and they, but yeah, still performing it is a very different thing to kind of rehearsing it, and
Mm.
yeah, I suppose when you're on TV, you've got time to stop and reset the cameras and what have you, have a quick look at the
Mm.
script, but those guys just went for it, didn't they? 4 episodes back to back, so
But even that, like this, because this is film rather than videotape. It's
Mm.
that just to cut and then reset and everything and back to where they were in the markers and before you've left
Yeah,
out. It's a lot of hassle, isn't it?
it
You wouldn't
is.
be
Yeah,
popular on set if you're going to be doing that. And
yeah,
like I said, there's a lot of stories about Wilfred being, he's having a few gins and going on, and
yes.
um, you don't really notice it in this. I mean, he's a bit red faced,
No,
but with those teeth in, he's still getting the lines out.
yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, I've never noticed any of the supposed kind of
Mm.
blunders he was making by this point. I think it just fits in with the character really that he's just a little bit doddery in places. But so anyway, got the camera out now, and he's going to take his passport photo. I
I
mean,
love the face he pulls, the expression when he first goes to take the picture.
yeah,
It's like a fan photo, isn't it?
yeah.
He's,
And now Harold's messing around with the skeleton.
he's zooming in on the skeleton. Yeah. I'll tell you what, like looking at that camera, I'll tell you what's popular now amongst the youngsters, like with daughter's 12, but Polaroids, actual
All
Polaroid
right,
camera.
are they back in? Are they?
Yeah, they're loving them, the kids.
Oh,
So
right, nice.
I don't know whether it's because you sort of print it out instantly, but
Yeah,
it's like it's
interesting.
come back in fashion.
I remember them just about dying out in the 90s. Like, I think my mum
Mm.
had had one since she was, from the 70s, and that was it. Like, it was more of a novelty than anything.
I've never used one. I can't remember ever using one. It was sort of
Yeah. But
it
digital
was-
cameras came along, didn't they? And made it so much easier because you could just, take as many as you want and
yeah.
have them all on memory card. So, yeah. Last count on my phone, it was over 10,000 photos going back like
Oh God.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I was talking to saying to Harrison tonight, I never saw videos of me as a baby, as a kid, really, because we didn't get a video camera in our house till I was about 12. So we've got so many videos of the kids growing up, and like they can watch them back. It's like bizarre, but
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to be like in the future because everything's documented. I don't know
that's
what.
it, man. Nothing's that's a memory anymore, is it? So we've now, same with you, we've now got to the ferry port, or customs at least.
Come on, Harold. Look at the time. I told you we should have left earlier.
We'll be all right. Don't worry. It's over at 11 o'clock. We wake up in Paris. We'll be in Switzerland tomorrow night.
If we miss the train, it'll be your fault.
If we miss the train, we'll go to Bognor.
Not me, mate. I'm going to enjoy myself. I admit I didn't want to go at first, but I'm looking forward to it now.
You got your Swiss francs
Yeah.
and your traveller's check?
Yeah.
All right, go on, then.
Good evening, sir. Just in time. British National?
British? Listen, mate, the last time I was on this station, I had a rifle over my shoulder on my way to Mons. 15 years old I was. I lied about my age.
Oh, God, the train.
I see, sir. Your passport, please.
Nothing wrong with that. Brand new. And it says without let or hindrance, and that includes you.
Have a good Christmas, sir.
I will. I'm going to Switzerland, mate. Blue skies, snow, sun. Better than this poxy weather you'll be getting.
I hope you enjoy yourself.
I will, don't you worry.
British National?
Yes.
Your passport, please.
Come on, Harold.
Is something wrong?
This passport, sir. It's a year out of date.
No, can't be.
Date of expiry, October the 23rd, 1973.
South? No!
Come on, Harold.
My passport's out of date!
You dozy great pillock. Bang him a quid.
He ain't too worried about you!
Oh, don't blame me, it's not my
You
fault.
better get a move on, sir. You'll miss the train.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you after Christmas, Harold.
I shouldn't go if I were you, sir.
You can't go without me!
Sir.
This immigration officer is Leon Eagles.
Okay. He
Yeah,
looks familiar.
I tell you why he probably does, because you're a big Doctor Who fan. He was in Doctor Who. He was in Tomorrow
yeah.
People, Avengers, The Bill.
Nice. Yeah, he does look like a kind of
Need in line.
70s
Yeah,
TV actor.
he
Yeah.
was born in 1932 in Cardiff.
All right, nice. Is he still with us?
No, I don't think he is.
All right.
And he was also in Carry On Sergeant.
All right, nice.
But
Is
he
he-
is like he's
Sorry,
got
go
one of
on.
those faces, isn't he? He's just
Yeah,
very familiar.
yeah. Once again, we got the old man talking to someone. He does it a few times, doesn't he? So I'm off to Switzerland.
Yeah,
Or he
yeah.
does it somewhere else, doesn't he? Oh, when he gets on the plane when he's going to France. I'm off to France. Yes, we all are. I think, was
Yeah,
it?
we all are. Yeah, that's where the play's going. I love in Harry's get-up, yeah, with that bright blue coat and a tie and a red woolly
Gosh.
hat.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, maybe that's a hint, isn't it? That actually he's got something else up his
Mm.
sleeve. But
Do you think, I always wonder with this, is his passport actually out of date, or does he just slip the guy a couple of quid to say that?
I think he plans it, doesn't he? Yeah, it's
Mm,
at first watch you kind of think, oh, it's all going wrong, but actually it is part of his
mm.
plan, isn't it? So yeah.
Because now you have to have at least 6 months on your passport, don't you?
Yeah, you do. In fact, mine's out, to be honest. I need to
Mm.
redo it, but I think it's about, is it 100 quid or something? Or something? A few quid at least. I
Yes.
was
Mm.
thinking until I need to do it, I'm not going to do it just yet.
You dozy great pillock, he says to. Bung him a quid, as if that's gonna
Yeah,
make a difference. Like
bribe
when
her,
he gets,
bribe Her
yeah, when he gets to
Majesty,
the other
most
end, they're gonna
distant.
look at his passport. So
See, this is yeah, a bit callous of the old man just to leave him.
yeah, he's
Sort of,
gone, isn't he?
he's off, isn't
Doesn't
he?
care. He's off.
There we go, the night ferry. There it is. Yeah,
Considering they had to all the hassle to talk him into going abroad, he's like, can't get
yeah.
enough now. He's gone.
And all the talk he gives him about loyalty and sticking around, and yeah. So nice to see some like location shooting this as well. Actually, they went out on location, didn't they? And
So he got, yeah, he's even got his bags packed, and he Harold there, so he's solemnly walking out.
yeah. So I wonder if they actually arranged for this to happen specially, or it was just like, right, we'll stick him on the train and get him off in the next stop, or they just stopped it not long after.
Yeah, because it's an actual train,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's
it's the
not.
proper
Hmm,
platform and everything, isn't it? Yeah.
quiet mind, isn't it? That's
So there we go. So who have we got here? Who's the Dolly Bird? Does he say a name?
no, weirdly, I was going to say in the radio version they do. She
Right.
actually speaks because I think they've got a
Okay.
because you can't tell as easily as the TV show that he jumps in the car and goes off.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do talk for a bit. I can't think of her name now, but yeah, the radio
Okay.
version, she's got a name
Yeah.
and she speaks. But he's done all right there, isn't he,
There we
Harold?
go. Bognor, here we come. And bit of mistletoe and off he goes.
He's got
Yeah.
it's fitting though, is that the last episode they have, Harold gets one over on the old man,
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
which I thought was good.
And actually, I
Yeah.
think they both kind of get what they want. The old man's going
Mm.
where he wants to go, and well, he's getting a
He'll
holiday.
be all right. I mean, he'll pull
Yeah.
some old boot and he'll be
Oh,
well
I mean,
away.
if anything, like his trips when he went down to London, when he went up west, didn't he? When he won his
Oh God, yeah.
thing. Yeah, he'll be set up. He'll be fine. So,
Yeah, so any standout bits from that? Right? It's tough that one, isn't it?
and
Because
like I
it's
say, I
all
think
uh,
the bits with I think the pathos in there is quite good in places, quite well done. Yeah, you do
mm.
feel sympathy for them. And the fact that, like I say, they actually go on location towards the end is impressive. Um, but yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, no, it is like I said, we love it too, and I love when they have like background stories, like learning about Albert and
Yeah.
about how he's Harold shout your birth certificate was right. I think he's
Yeah.
implying he's a bastard. He's like-
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love any stories like even when he goes to that's not customs, what is it like the train station where
Yes.
he
Yeah.
goes British. He goes the last time I was here I was 15. I had a rifle over my shoulder. I just love like snippets of the
Yeah.
background like that.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
just you can see him like you know going abroad. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's
that's it. Paints a nice
nice
picture,
bit
doesn't
of
it?
rhyming slang and that. That's always popular.
Yes, yes. Bit of the old Cockney
Arthur
stuff, yeah.
Bliss. Yeah.
Say it's a strong script. We have said there's no bad episodes of Steptoe. I think if I
No.
just compared the two, I think I just watch the party more often, and I just
Mm,
like the kind of yes, it's kind of got some good little plot bits. Obviously, Harold sort of getting away, then not getting away, then thinking he's having a party, then
mm.
he's not. So yeah, I just always slightly preferred that one, but yeah, I think both hold together really well in their own ways, and I think they had to go in a slightly different direction. They couldn't do another party, could they? So they decided
No.
to kind of, well, let's round it off with them both getting away, I suppose. Yeah.
And like we said, even though they've done the, Howell trying to get away abroad before,
Yeah.
I think they do it well. They refer to it, but they sort of, because it's a twist, I think it helps.
Mm,
But like you
yeah.
said, there's no bad episodes. But yeah,
No, no.
perhaps I think I probably do prefer the party.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazingly, really, for 10 years, I know they had a gap, but 10 years, they only did two Christmassy ones.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. I
Mm.
think you think back like in the 70s, it was kind of like the time to do Christmas specials. Like there were so
Mm.
many being
There's
done.
loads,
I
wasn't
guess
there?
before that, it was kind of they had it maybe because things ran for longer. Or there was perhaps less choice on telly, I don't know. But yeah, perhaps they just didn't have specially set aside things. They just kind of had an episode that would go out at Christmas and it became more like, well, there's more choice on telly now, so we can put something on
Mm.
special for Christmas. We were saying, weren't we? Like, there's not, we don't, we were spoiled in the 90s, really, with Christmas
Mm.
specials.
Oh, there's
It's
loads, wasn't
just
there?
petered out, really, hasn't it? I mean, what is it this year? Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Oh, God.
There's an Outnumbered. I don't know if
Yeah.
you watched Outnumbered. That's favorite of
I've never
ours.
seen that. I've seen sort of bits of it, but
Yeah,
I've
really, really
actually
good.
watched it.
Well, they're bringing them back as adults now because all the kids are grown up, so they're bringing them back as like
Oh, God.
reuniting.
Oh, I suppose we got Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey, of
Uh,
course. In fact, we've just
yeah.
started a rewatch of from episode 1 because we want to just
Oh, God. There's a few people doing that. Yeah.
get back to.
Yeah.
I've watched it a few times, several through, but
Mm.
it really when it first on, it was my sister and my brother and my parents that were really into it. I sort of watched it. I
Mm.
wasn't that fussed, but I've grown to really love it since then. So,
Oh, down Barry, it's just all Gavin and Stacey. It's been like that for
right,
years.
yeah,
And I don't know if I told you this. I remember years ago, this, oh God, 2010.
yeah.
I bumped into Doris in
Oh yeah,
Newport.
okay.
Yeah, she was coming out of Asda with a vicar, weirdly,
Oh, all right,
and
wow.
bumped into her.
Oh,
And she was
gosh.
getting on then. She was like struggling by on a stick, and I think it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
about a year before she passed. But yeah,
Oh,
old
bless her.
Doris. Where's the salad?
Yeah, but I think it's just so well done, Gavin Stacey, isn't it? I mean, as much as I can't stand James Corden,
Mm,
he, fair play to him. Him and Ruth Jones have crafted a really
mm,
believable set of characters because all of them are, got their own little quirks, haven't they? And you kind of see something in everyone. The kind of show
mm.
off parents of Gavin, well, Gavin's mum, and the very laid back Gavin's dad, and the
Gwen
friends that
and
argue
Bryn.
all the time, and Uncle
Yeah, no,
Britt,
it's good.
like really kind of bit anal in places, isn't he? And really kind
Oh
of
God.
wants to get everything right, but
Yeah, God.
funny.
And so like Christmas wise, have you got like traditions? Is it like are you a nut roast and an advocate sort of
Oh, an
today or
advocate, yeah.
advocate?
I do like an advocate, having said that, Snowball, yeah. No, probably just it has varied. I think since I've had kids, you kind of evolve again, don't you, and do different things.
Mm,
But yeah, I think always the turkey, always good always we
you having a
actually
leg?
Alex and I've started since we've been together, we always have like croissants for breakfast really randomly. We just have that. It's been our Christmas tradition for
Oh,
years.
nice. Yeah,
We do that and then yeah, good lunch, turkey sandwich for tea. Um
yeah.
yeah, and then probably Goldfinger. So
Goldfinger. I'll have Goldfinger as well then.
like bottom. Goldfinger, yeah.
He's just had that.
No, funny enough, I
Yeah.
do end up watching Christmas, but I end up watching Bond films at Christmas. It's really weird. Yeah, it's just
Well, it's
my one time to
the
watch it.
kids will love it, mate. It's the new Wallace and Gromit out Christmas Day, and that'll
Yeah,
be
I
fun.
love it, mate. I love Wallace and
So,
Gromit.
yeah, I know. I'm saying the kids. It'll be me pushing to watch
That's it,
it.
innit? Yeah, they'll be more
Uh,
interested in their iPads or whatever.
oh
Not
God, yeah.
watching it. It's like a good hour. It's like a film, isn't it? I think pretty
Yeah,
decent.
it's the film. I think they're showing it at like 6:30 BBC One
Oh,
Christmas Day, and
nice,
then it's on Netflix in February or something. So,
nice.
but yeah,
So what about yourself? You got traditions for Christmas, it has?
yeah, pretty much the same. Like I said, we have Dad come over for Christmas lunch.
Nice.
We have it at midday. We're not one of these like 4 o'clockers.
Yeah, we're the
The
same.
people. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah.
the people who do that. And then yeah, we go like to you know a tea time then. We spend it at Jem's family. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Oh,
should
okay.
be good. Looking forward to it this year. And then I got my birthday in between Christmas and New
Of
Year.
course, mate.
Lovely
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Fantastic.
Awful time to have a birthday. That week when no one knows what day it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So and everyone's just eating. So,
Yeah. Oh gosh.
but
Right.
should we head on over to the Skinner's Arms and do
Yeah,
the quiz?
absolutely. Absolutely. Very much a Christmas feel. We put our money into the Christmas club, so let's see
Yeah, yeah.
get out of it. Yes.
Oh, I drew it out in February,
Oh,
so unlucky.
oh, never mind.
What Christmassy drink do you have? Like you said, I haven't had a
Snowball,
snowball
mate.
for
Yeah,
years.
I do enjoy Snowball.
What is snowball?
It
Can't
is.
remember what it
Do you know what? I've been drinking them for years. I can't really tell you. It's lemonade. It's Advocaat. It's oh God, what was it? Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I just like the taste of it. It's just one of them that's like, yeah, you don't really get them. I suppose you could make them all the rest of the year, but cocktail containing Advocaat and lemonade in equal parts. There we go. So I was right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they do go a bit off if you leave them too long. You have to drink them. You can't sort of leave them on the shelf
Yeah.
for weeks or whatever because they think there's something
Oh.
egg in it, I think, or whatever. So it's
Yeah, it's a bit eggy.
yeah, they
Don't
do
leave
go
it near the
funny.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. So I've got a couple of questions on that episode, and I think you've got a Christmassy overall quiz, haven't
yeah. I
you?
got Christmassy, a little bit of sitcom, but just also a few a few Christmassy related questions.
Okie doke. So, based on that episode, can you name 3 potential places that Harold offers to Albert to visit?
So he offers to Russia
Yep.
behind the Iron Curtain. He offers them. Is it France?
Yep. France,
Yep.
yeah.
And Belgium. Yeah, is it Belgium, Brussels?
Correct, young man. Yeah, Belgium.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good.
he was loads. He was also Acapulco.
Yep.
Because Albert goes, no one's sticking needles in me.
Yeah.
He also offers him Switzerland,
Yeah. Right.
Kenya, Mexico,
Yeah.
safari, go on safari in Africa, and obviously Bognor.
Bognor.
Bognor, lovely place. We'll have to go there.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
What of his favourite toys does Harold find in the cupboard under the stairs?
Finds his old bus, doesn't he, with the Rizzler on the
Can you
side.
remember what number it was? For an extra point.
Well, I'm gonna guess it, mate. Number 14, probably wrong.
He goes, it's number 9 bus.
Oh, number 9. Okay.
Number 9, but yeah, that's it.
Cool.
What's the landlady's name of the boarding house that Albert suggests they should go to in Bognor?
Oh, do you know what?
So and so's boarding house.
I think we were chatting during this bit, so
There's something about that. This very
can't remember
bottom,
it.
like, yeah, the boarding house. I don't know. I think
yeah.
she talks about the food. She gives out really good portions.
Oh, I'm gonna guess Mrs. Winterbottom. Yes, to guess,
Wow,
mate.
Mrs. Boxwood.
All right. Oh, okay.
It's not far off.
Boxwood.
Yeah, Mrs. Boxwood
Yeah,
boarding
Boxwood.
house. I mean, that's very rich and Eddie, isn't it?
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So, question 4: how do they fund the holiday?
So it's from the swear box, the RSPCA dog swear box that they've had, and they've got £79.80 in there.
Oh, spot on, mate. Yeah, £79.80 in the swear box. Is also, Harold mentions they got £3 in the bank account,
All
£7
right.
in the building society, but yeah,
All right.
£79.80 from the
Yeah.
swear box.
Nice one.
And then finally, who is Albert's potential father?
Oh, so he was saying, wasn't it someone at a country house? No, big man at estate house or something. Do
Yeah,
you mean
there's
what? Do you
him.
mean? So not the picture on the wall then? No.
No, his actual who Albert thinks he is. Because
Was it
Harold says,
something
is it?
was it royalty then? Something royalty?
Well, do you know what? I'll give you that because these 2 options is the Muffin Man,
All right. Yeah.
because he says he's potentially the Muffin Man,
Yeah.
because he said Mum didn't half cry when the Muffin Man died.
That's right. Yeah.
But Harold seems to think it's like the Lord of the Manor where she was in
Yeah, that's it.
service.
Yeah, yeah. I know
But yeah, no,
mentioned in service. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's also
yeah.
similar to Rising Damp, isn't it? Because Rigsby, he's
Oh,
my father was a bastard, wasn't he? And
because what he's mean to you?
yeah, that's it. And then he said, that's how Grandad got the Wilson car hush money, wasn't it? Or something.
Oh yeah, and he polished his shoes. He goes, "Hush, money."
Yeah, that's it.
So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
my father was a bastard.
Because wasn't that one with Seymour where he's
Yeah, Seymour,
sort of getting with the aristocracy or getting with the well-to-do
because
set?
he's the Philip come down and Rigsby's polishing Seymour's shoes.
Oh yeah, that's
He's like, he goes, he's not getting favourable treatment. He's like, oh god, I have to
very
give the
good.
Christmas
Very good.
Rising Damp a watch.
Yeah, for the man who has everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
brilliant.
I do enjoy that one with it. Yeah, he's Martin Bormann lives here. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it, mate. I think you've got a
Oh yeah, right.
Christmas-
So yes, Christmassy quiz. So, question one: Christmas Crackers was the first Christmas edition of which popular UK sitcom?
Christmas crackers.
It's quite a generic title for what
Was
you
it? Was
know.
it Only Fools?
Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah. When you think
Oh,
about
God,
some of the titles they had later on, like To Hull and Back and
Yeah, Miami twice. And
yeah, it's quite a baked, straightforward one, I guess, isn't it? Really.
Long Legs of the Law, isn't it? Yeah, God.
Yeah. The Diamonds Are for Heather.
Yeah,
Thicker
Christmas
Than Water.
crackers.
So all of them kind of meant something, whereas that was just kind of very
Royal Flesh.
generic. Yeah. Quite a generic one. But funny enough, I watched it the other night. Put the series one
Yeah?
DVD on and watched that because always quite like that episode. With the nightclub and Earl. Is it Earl, the guy? Yeah.
Oh, him, yeah.
Oh, his dad collapsed in front of us. Yeah, it was a mess everywhere. Oh, really? Was it that bad? I only had that much left. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember being in a pub once years ago, and it was like a scuffle broke out, and it knocked our table over. But I picked my drink up before the table went,
Oh, really?
and I went.
Timing,
Everyone
mate.
else, yeah, I
Great
thought
timing.
they're not having this. I just paid a couple of quid, and everyone else's drink went everywhere. But the landlord came over. He went, "Oh, I'll get you a new round of drinks." So I was like, "Yeah, make sure you do."
yeah, just hide
Mine
mine
was all right.
at the back.
Yeah, I was necking mine. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Here's landlord.
Get a free drink.
So yeah, yeah, it was funny.
Ah,
So yeah, Only Fools.
Great stuff. Okay, question two. What is the title of the biggest selling Christmas single globally? So, what's been the biggest selling Christmas single, like song?
I think I've got two guesses. One, is it Band-Aid,
Okay.
or two, Mariah Carey?
Actually, White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Was it? Oh God!
Apparently, that is the biggest selling Christmas single. So.
Wow.
Now, this quiz is taken from someone who emails them to school, so it may well be, he's got his facts wrong, but he's usually pretty reliable.
No, it's been around long enough,
teacher
isn't it?
sends them
So
around, but yeah, so apparently that has been the most selling one. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what's based upon.
we had a work quiz today. Fun enough, and one of the questions was, in Japan, what's traditionally eaten on Christmas Day?
Okay.
And it was KFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently they go mad for it on Christmas Day in Japan, which I still don't know whether to believe, but apparently
Yeah.
they do. Yeah.
Didn't realise it was open on Christmas Day, but I guess it is over there. But
God, yeah.
right, okay. Question three. London's Trafalgar Square Christmas tree is traditionally given from which country? So which country donates or gives London's Trafalgar Square its Christmas tree? I think where do trees kind of come from?
Is it like Norway or something?
Yeah, spot on, mate. Norway.
Oh,
Very good. Very
I
good.
thought it's got to be something like that. Or
Yep. No, spot on, mate. I did know that, actually, randomly. I don't know why I knew that, but I did know that it was in Norway. Okay, question four. In Bottom Christmas special, what are the substituted 3 gifts that are given in the Nativity?
I love this question. So we
you
got
like it?
gold,
Yep.
Frankenstein,
Yep.
and grrr.
Very good. And I'm a virgin.
Frankenstein, he goes, yeah, okay. And you're in crowns.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Oh,
he goes,
such a
I
good.
always knew I was
I've not watched that
better
for
than the other
years.
people, he goes. Yeah. Oh, I got to watch that every Christmas.
All right, yeah,
It's
yeah,
brilliant, isn't it? I like the you see their landlord. He's like just left the baby there. He's like, yeah, he's such a bonny bloody thing.
yeah. Cheers, mate. Okay, and finally, I thought I'd go, yeah, Welsh for you for this one, mate. So, what was Christmas Eve also known as in some parts of Wales? I took this off a BBC quiz on Christmas traditions in Wales. So,
I should get this, but I haven't got a clue. Was it also known as
begins with N.
Oh, is it Newyddar?
Well, I've got Noson Giflaith. Nosongiflaith. Gyflaith.
I'd never heard the second bit. Yeah,
All right, sorry,
Noson.
mate.
No, that's all right. No, I did like Noson Llawen is
What
another
does
one,
Noson
but
mean then?
Noson, I'm sure that's. Yeah, it was a TV series called Noson Llawen. That was a
Oh,
comedy.
okay.
I was trying to teach Harrison Welsh the other week, wasn't I?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it is Noson. It's night or evening.
Okay.
So
Noson.
what was it? Noson.
Anyway, that quiz from BBC, so I don't know what. No, I don't know who
Noson.
compiled it, but
Oh, I've learned something there.
yeah. I'll send you the full quiz, mate, at some point if you want. You can have a look at it. But yeah, well, very good. Good bit of fun that.
Yeah, cool. That's a good. I think you had 4 out of 5 there. Well done.
Yeah, I think same with you, mate. Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Next up, we've got, hopefully, as long as this has all gone well, we've got an interview with Dan Lewis and Giorgio
Oh, very
Lowe.
much looking forward to that. That'd be great. Yeah.
So yeah, so that if it's gone right, this is the next bit that the listeners have are listening to. This it's the interview that we've
Yeah.
done with them. So
Nice.
yeah, they've agreed to come on the pod. I don't know if
Excellent.
I think I included it in the episode that we released the other week when we was at the theatre. Just like a recap of the year. Really, like I was saying, we've got a couple other guests lined up, which is great. But like I said, we also had Sue Corbett, David Clayton,
Yep.
friend of the pod, Tony,
Yep.
Tyler. We had Tom come on. We'll have to get him back
Tom's been
at
on.
some point.
Yeah.
Which we've now got on our YouTube channel.
It was 147, wasn't it, at one time?
It was, yeah, a number of subscribers we've now
Fantastic.
got. So yeah, we've got 157 subscribers,
Oh,
which
nice.
I'm
That's
amazed that I didn't.
fantastic. So that's grown a few more since even a couple of weeks ago. That's great. So no, thank you
That's
for
it,
listening.
yeah. And we've got, well, in total, we've got 37 videos altogether. Some of them are
Yeah.
short, and some, the rest are all the pod episodes. So yeah,
Yeah,
and like I said,
that's good.
listeners keep interacting on Insta, Twitter.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of feedback, good and bad.
Well, that's it. It's nice to know that people, kind of are enjoying what we're talking about and can just listen along and hopefully, either press play at the same time as us and watch along and, pick up
That's
on
it,
bits
and
we've missed or whatever. I think that's great. Yeah.
like I said, even I think we stream now in 8 countries.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we bet
Fantastic, mate.
yeah, like Portugal, US, we've got Australia, Ireland.
More
2%
streams
of
than the
our
Nile at this rate,
listeners.
mate, haven't we? Wow. Yeah.
Oh God, I know. Yeah, 2% of our listeners are from Israel.
Okay.
Yeah, so Germany, we've got listeners. It's
Yeah,
been
that's great to hear.
great, mate, and thank you, Si, as well for
No, thank you, Daz. You've
doing
been
it,
the
mate.
mastermind behind a lot, all of this, and yeah, it's a real pleasure to just chat about a sitcom that we love. Yeah, and great stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's still, like you said, I think the next step, if we look at that, like I said, the play merger, All Drum
Yeah,
Lane,
be great.
there's also something I was going to say to you about. Right, I don't know if you remember, in 2016, the BBC did a series of what they called lost sitcoms.
I do remember it very well. Yes,
Do you remember that? And they did 3. They did
did.
Hancock's Half Hour.
Yep.
Can you remember the other one?
Oh gosh, they did. It wasn't I Being Served, was it? They did that later on. It's Hancock.
You silly moo.
Till Death Us Do Part, was it? Till Death Us Do
That's
Part?
it. Yeah, he did with Simon Day. So he did
That's
that.
it. Yeah.
And then they also did Steptoe and Son, and they had it was Jeff Rule played Albert, and then
Yeah,
Ed
I know Jeff
Coleman.
Rawle from Hollyoaks. I'm a big Hollyoaks fan, and he was a serial killer in
Oh, okay.
Hollyoaks. So when he was
Oh, was
cast as
he?
that, I was interested to see what he'd do with it. He's been in Harry Potter films and also is a really good actor. But yeah, he
Yeah.
really got into the part very well. But I don't know, did you watch it at the time when it was on?
Yeah, do you know what? I did. Was it 8 years ago?
Yeah.
But I was having a look for it. It said I couldn't find it anywhere online. So what I
Oh,
did,
okay.
because Galton and Simpson were, so like they've got them as writers, obviously, but by this point they'd passed.
Yeah.
So it was Ed Coleman played Harold. So what
Yeah.
I did, I emailed the Director General of the BBC,
Yeah.
Tim
Wow.
Davey, and to my amazement, he replied within about half an hour.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I know Director General of the Beeb,
That's
and
fantastic.
he's passed it on to the archive team because I said, look, I just sort of, you know, explained to him about the
Yeah.
podcast. I
Yeah.
said I can't find anything online. You know, is this something you
Yeah.
could sort of forward me? And then the BBC archiving team, they did get back to me. It's a bit tricky because I've got to give them more information because they've said they won't be able to supply a file unless I'm making a program for the BBC. But of
Ah,
course,
okay.
obviously, we're not. But I've just
Yeah.
asked them to point us in a direction of where I could watch it online.
Yeah.
Since then, I found it on bloody Daily Motion.
Oh.
So,
Oh, well. Oh, well, never mind. It's been an interesting journey though to get there.
so
Yeah.
it has, yeah, involving the Director
Yeah.
General of the Beeb. But so it's on Daily Motion. So I think what we'll do a watch along and a bit of a
Yeah,
review.
that'd
I
be
think
great.
it's got to
Because
be
it's a
mixed
win.
feelings. I
Is it?
think
It's a Winter's Tale, isn't it? Isn't it the skiing one where
that's
they
it.
went skiing?
Yeah, I
I
think it was
remember they
very.
staged it in a very interesting way. They did like a sort of
Mm,
representation of the set, but it wasn't. Yeah, I remember it being a bit different. So
yeah, I think it was not
uh,
slated, but I think it was. I think it was a good shout from the actors, but
yeah,
I don't think it works with other actors, does it?
no, they were just trying to do something with it, weren't they? But yeah, it's shown, hasn't it? That it's sometimes best just to leave those things alone, isn't it? But yeah, at
Yeah.
least it was better than the Curse of Steptoe
Oh
documentary.
God. Well,
I
perhaps we could
thought.
include that in the review. Sort of do a watch of all of them and do
Well,
a
I think
review on them.
it's an important thing to talk about because a lot of people
Mm,
see that as the truth, don't they? And as we know, it isn't. So,
mm,
yeah,
that's
good
it.
stuff, mate. Fantastic.
Brilliant. Yeah. No. So thanks again to all the listeners, and hope you've had a great 2024.
Yeah,
Nadolig Llawen.
yeah.
That means Happy
Merry,
Christmas. That.
yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Susanna Corbett. Thanks for downloading Step Pod and Son.